Hello neighbors, we're back.
Welcome back.
Back in black.
그러네?
Yeah, I wish I could see Amy Winehouse live. Back in black. Anyway.
So last weekend we went down to Busan because there is a tradition in Korea that after your marriage and after your honeymoon, you stop by your bride's parents' house and then
For the last meal.
for the last meal, where she's supposed to give you some sort of a chicken meal.
Like a live chicken?
No.
Where was the live chicken? All we got was tofu.
My mom doesn't like to fight with the chicken, so instead she made us a delicious tofu dish.
Yes, and so it was very good. I think she mentioned she got the recipe from Altorang. And we scribbled down the recipe ourselves and we wanted to make it at home. So tofu, again, very delicious. I can't get the thought of your mom fighting with the chicken. All right, guys, we'll start. All right, so for this recipe here, we're gonna work with some firm tofu. At Korean markets, they'll sell this big one that comes in 500 grams, or you can work with the smaller ones that come in 300 grams. Get two of the 300, so around 600 grams, or you can just get one of the 500 grams. Sous chef, can you empty out this water, please?
Sure.
Your sure was so like a prisoner.
자른다.
Oh, go in half. Chef, it looks like it's been some time since you've been in the kitchen. Tilt it, and then we're gonna make another tic-tac-toe. Nice. And the beauty of this recipe is we're gonna fry it so that they get crispy on all sides. Katie, this is our first dish together as a couple. As a
married couple.
Yes. We're gonna sprinkle a little bit of salt over the tofu so that we can draw the moisture out and into the pan. Okay? You don't need to smash this with no What is that? All right, I think my parents put in a dirty spoon. We'll continue on.
Blaming everything.
We'll get a few pinches of salt and we'll just put it over the top. Not more than a half a tablespoon for the entire thing. We'll give it around 20 to 25 minutes. Next, our vegetables. Then Katie is pulling out some shishito peppers. Remember, these are not that spicy. All you need to do is take off their hat. They're in the house, have etiquette. Whoops. And you can just take off the top. And these peppers not only provide a nice color contrast and that crunchy texture against the soft tofu, numero uno. We can use a pair of scissors and cut them into thirds, or you can use your knife, doesn't matter. And then we have a mild red chili pepper. This one does not have heat. You can always work with a few strips of red bell pepper as well. We just want little slices. And that's it for the peppers. And in with the tofu and peppers, we're gonna throw in some button mushrooms. Generally, you don't wanna wash the mushroom, but if you see a little bit of dirt on the outside, just wet a paper towel, and then you can just give them a little massage on the head. This part was in the ground, and then it gets a little bit hard, so we can trim off that part. All right, and then we can cut them in half.
더 잘라줄 거야?
아니야, 이게 반으로 한 게 더다. Because it's gonna shrink. It's going to shrink as we cook. The moisture is going to come out and it's going to look much smaller. And now the most important thing, Katie's going to make that delicious gochujang based sauce. And we're not going to put in any oyster sauce, so it's going to taste light.
Alright, for the sauce, we're gonna need some spring onions. We need around 2 tablespoons. So chop them. 2 tablespoons of spring onions. Use the white portion. 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. We want to balance out the saltiness of this soy sauce with some water. 2 tablespoons.
It also keeps it from burning the sauce, that water.
1 tablespoon of gochugaru in. Then half tablespoon of gochujang.
Paste.
Then 2 tablespoons of mirin in. Meanwhile, we have the rice cooking at the back. 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, and then you see there's no oyster sauce. 맛있어.
All right, neighbors, let's get to frying our tofu. First thing we're gonna do, we'll get a good amount of oil in the frying pan, enough to cover the bottom. Once it's hot, we'll add in our tofu pieces. There's gonna be a little bit of splatter, of course, because there's a little bit of moisture on the bottom of the tofu. We'll move it around just a little bit so nothing gets stuck to the bottom, but the idea is to get crispy on all 4 sides. I'm gonna give them a flip, and then you can move the oil forward, tip it forward so that all of the frying pan, the bottom gets coated. At this point, I'm gonna add a little bit more oil just because it seems a little bit empty, just a tad bit more. And then don't forget about the sides, and get all 4 sides done. It's a key step in learning how to cook, how to control your fire. It should almost never be on high heat for too long. Right now we're on medium and I've reduced it to medium low. Control the heat. All right, neighbors, this looks perfect for me. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna add in our mushrooms as well as all of our chili peppers. Mix that up a little bit now. And now I'm gonna give it about 1 minute so the vegetables can start to sweat in the heat. With the addition of the vegetables, you see some of that leftover oil that's all soaked up. Now we're gonna get our sauce, give it a nice mix, and we're gonna put in spoonfuls of it around our tofu. Beautiful. And then neighbors, we're gonna just toss this. Just toss it with 2 wooden spoons until everything gets coated in that delicious, spicy, light, but spicy sauce. And look what's happening in front of our eyes, y'all. You see the sauce, it's thickened up in the heat. We're gonna finish off with about a tablespoon of sesame oil. Mix it around, it just brings all those flavors together. And then finish off with a little bit of sesame seeds, about a tablespoon's worth. This is something to cook your mother. Cook your mother this.
Can I try?
It smells so good. Yeah, try it, try it.
먹어보자. 근데 너무 커.
됐다. Katie, 맛있게 먹어야지. Who eats like that? Put it all in. All right, guys, ring around the rosy. Ooh, nice, nice. Oh, that's really hot.
Okay, you ready?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Rice in first.
Yeah, I love the seasoning.
Katie, you gotta get one of the shishito peppers and the mushroom.
I need to get this shishito pepper.
Wow, that looks phenomenal.
There's a bit of a kick, but I like it.
And then the mushroom.
매워, 매워.
That's what gives the flavor for the tofu. Wow, 진짜 맛있게 먹는다.
죽이네.
Yeah.
Looks like the izakaya.
I know.
Baby, give me some, I'm thirsty. He grinned as he stumbled through the bar. Well, he said, give me some more love, give me some love, give it all.
Alright, next day we tried it again. Katie wants smaller pieces, so you could get it smaller.
Somehow the tofus look much more tastier today.
It was good to just toss it like that. Reminds me of like 닭고기.
Wow. You dropped it.
Story of my life.
Baby, give me some, I'm thirsty.